Right now, though, if you're in the mood for a party with lots of food and fireworks, then tonight's the night. Thousands will be lining the streets of communities across the Midlands, ready to celebrate the festival of Diwali.
Leicester's Golden Mile is hosting the biggest Diwali celebrations outside of India. And Lucy Kite, all glammed up for the occasion, has been to see the big build-up.
Well, if you can't make it to India, this has to be the next best place. We're just off the Belgrave Road in Leicester, and tonight 40,000 people are expected here to celebrate Diwali Day. There's all sorts going on: fireworks, laser displays, and of course some amazing dancing. And as you can see, I've made a bit of an effort myself, and that's all down to Pretty here. Pretty, everyone seems to make an effort on Diwali Day. Can you just talk us through the sari and how important
Yes,
it is?
it's very important to wear our traditional dress, which is a sari, and such an elegant and beautiful piece of 6 yards of fabric. As you can see how wonderful it looks on you. So all kinds of saris, fully embellishment, different georgettes, etc. So, and very colourful is for Diwali.
Fantastic. Can I just have a quick chat with you? Maybe you can tell us what Diwali is all about. What's the meaning of Diwali?
It is when Lord Ram comes back from exile and the people lit up the streets with divas, and then we all celebrate.
And it's your new year as well, isn't
Yes.
it? So happy new year. Just tell us about the atmosphere here. What are you expecting tonight?
A beautiful atmosphere, really. A lot of people, as you just mentioned just now, 40,000, 50,000 people, all greeting each other, enjoying just the festivities that are helping. There's so many things happening here on stage as well.
And the community coming together.
Community coming together, the shops are open, people are meeting each other, having good food, and enjoying the whole day.
So a good evening to come. All we need now is for the rain to stay away. Let's see what's happening. Here's your forecast.
European break, baby! Fun has hit new heights. I hop from place to place, soaking up the sights. It's the future, baby!
Well, before we get the detail on the forecast, here's a lovely photograph for you taken on the Coalport Canal, part of the Shropshire Union Canal. So thank you for sending us that. So what's going to happen over the next few hours? Well, it should stay mostly dry across our region. Just a chance of the odd rogue shower. It's this rain that we need to keep an eye on. That's going to head in from around 11, 12 o'clock tonight, and it's going to make its way northwards, and it will continue its journey tomorrow morning. So expect a cloudy, grey, wet start to the day tomorrow, and the rain will continue as we head through the day. So a bit of a washout of a Thursday to come, and feeling cooler than today as well, highs of 12 degrees Celsius. And then this is how it's looking as we move into Friday and then into the weekend. A cloudy day to come on Friday, some sunny spells to come on Saturday, but a showery day on Sunday. But you will notice that temperatures are creeping up a little bit as we head into the weekend, just like last weekend. But from here in Leicester, we're hoping it stays dry over the next few hours. Have a lovely evening, whatever you're up to. Bye for now.
ITV Regional Weather with BearMyBaby.com.
Finally tonight, Jim Bowen, Chris Tarrant and our very own Bob Warman, all names you'll find reminiscing in a new DVD that details the best and the quirkiest of regional news and programming.
Yes, the ATV Land Archive includes a look at what you didn't see on the screens all those years ago. Sit back as we take a look back at the lighter side of news and a bit more. It's 2 hours of nostalgia, full of televisual gems, cut and polished in the giant studio complex that grew out of the old derelict West End cinema site. At the heart of its programme schedules, ATV Today, the forerunner of Central News and the genesis of so many famous names.
Hello, good morning. Reg Harcourt, ATV.
Well, I was a reporter stroke sub-editor. We did a bit of everything. Then came the day, around about 1962-ish, where I was the first man to sit down and read the news, which was quite awesome at the time, following in the tradition of the lady who had been there before my time, actually, Patricia Cox.
3, 2, 1.
And that's all from Midlands News for today.
ATV Today was the start of Chris Tarrant's career, initially as a journalist.
They basically took me off the sensible, so-called intelligent, news industrial items or whatever. There was all these horrible shop stewards as well. There's all that stuff going on at Longbridge and all that. It just wasn't a lot of fun. And they put me onto the more lightweight items, which was, the upside-down beer drinker and, the man who juggled goldfish and all this stuff. And I loved it, and I really got on well with the sort of, the nutters.
Nutters, bless them, were our stock in trade, and the late John Swallow knew how to get the best out of them.
Well, Vicky, you certainly seem to make those trains seem real, but I can't imagine what the congregation will think about them when one day they hear them for themselves. How do you get people to visualise the actual things that you're making sounds of?
Well, that's quite easy. I just say, let's imagine we're on the back of a motorbike and going down to the railway.
Quirky would best describe some of the programming in those days. Comedian Cyril Fletcher was teamed up with professional gardener Bob Price to bring us Gardening Today. Nothing funny about the ratings, they were seriously good.
It's been the very first day that we came here, this looked like Mons battlefield. It was pouring with rain and we had a mechanical digger, which sank out of sight.
Just as popular was Angling Today with Terry Thomas and Chris Tarrant.
I must admit, I've never had a lot of time for trout. They always seem to me rather silly, spotty creatures.
That was during the week. On Saturday mornings, Chris turned the Birmingham studios into chaos with Tiswas. And there was a young Lenny Henry and Bob Carroll-G's. The money spinner was Crossroads, loftily dismissed by critics for static acting and moving scenery. But there was no denying its pull. The dramatised TV wedding of its leading actors filled the city centre. It wasn't for real, of course, but it might just as well have been.
It's really, like being married, because there's been all the worries of the hat and the dress and the bouquet and getting everything together at the right time.
It's overwhelming, isn't it?
It is overwhelming.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Miss ATV 1979.
The archive programme also includes my take on beauty contests. You may or may not agree.
Miss ATV 1979, Debbie Shaw.
The people who entered, they weren't forced into going into these things, these competitions. They entered because they wanted to. And they enjoyed it. The audience enjoyed it. We got a good rating out of it. To be honest, I can't see what was really wrong with them. It's just that the old serious brigade don't like them very much. The DVD is crammed with household names from the early days. Billy Wright, Gary Newbon, Anne Diamond, Shaw Taylor with Police 5. And then there are the programmes. New Faces with Derek Hobson. The Golden Shot, fronted at one time by Bob Monkhouse. And Bullseye with Jim Bowen. My favourite clip? It's got to be Swallow and the Vicar.
Ready?
I'm fine, yes.
Hold tight.
We've laughed out loud, haven't we, a couple of times. Brilliant.
Oh, yes, just a DVD full of joy. Really enjoyed that very much, yeah.
From us, Happy Diwali. We'll see you tomorrow.
Indeed we will. Bye-bye.